bit.
Just a tad. There we go. Will it all fit in the camera?
Hi.
What's up?
You can see my holiday roundness on this.
Man.
I didn't contour enough. If I do that, does that help?
Well, Merry Christmas to everyone. Hope everyone had an amazing Christmas. We certainly did here at the Todd household. I don't know if you guys saw the video that Rebecca put up on her channel of our grandbaby just running chaotically around the house and Maya sitting there watching them. But we had a very blessed Christmas.
Yes, we did.
Hope you guys did as well.
Awesome times.
Happy to have you guys on here with us. I'm super excited. What you got, babe?
We can't argue with that one, someone said. Oh, I must be talking about your beard sponsor.
Man, yeah. So we're jumping straight into that one?
Yeah, might as well. I mean, we could give everybody a moment to get on first, but so many announcements came out just in the last week. I mean, hell, we have gone straight from planning the next King of the Table to planning the next two. Maybe the next three.
Oh, yeah, they're going 3, 4, and 5. Well, they said they've already listed them.
Oh, really?
They just hadn't announced anything for them, but they're announced, yeah.
Well, they've announced for 3 and they've announced for 4.
They've announced at least one match for 4, right?
Yeah, of course. Did that big video.
Yeah, that video did really well, actually.
Finally, coming 6 months down the road.
Right.
Right after, I have to say this, right after Devon says, I don't like planning matches for months down the road. Dude!
Yeah.
It's 6 months.
Maybe in June. Yeah. That's my money down.
And he had to have already known about that when he said it, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But it's my understanding that Levan and Devon have both signed a contract that they will not pull anything else.
Oh, I did not see. I didn't know that's what the contract
Well,
was.
that's what Devon told us that his contracts were, that he couldn't do anything else with the next 3.
Possibly, huh?
Yeah. So Phil can confirm the Monster merch is super comfortable. I love it.
I'm glad you like that, Phil. I appreciate that. That picture was awesome.
Yeah.
So what was I gonna say?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So apparently, I haven't watched it. Gennady just did an interview talking about he's confident enough to shave his beard if he loses. Am I as confident? First off, I do not own the rights to the beard. She does.
That's my
Secondly, this thing pays me monthly through my sponsor. So the beard's not going anywhere.
But here's the thing. Is he confident enough? If it was just the beard, absolutely he would do it. But what it is, if he happened to make a mistake and foul out and maybe lose the beard, it's going to be a long, cold 4 years for you to get that back.
It won't take me that long. I've cut so much of it off already. That didn't come down to it, man. I mean, it's funny and it's cool that you guys want to see stuff like that. And people ask me about that before. Are you going to shave the beard? No, dude, this is part of the brand. This is part of the brand. Would I keep it this long forever? I already had 5 inches taken off of it a couple months back. I don't know. But yeah, the answer to that is no. I'm not going to shave my beard if I was to lose. I have no expectations of losing. I'm very motivated. But if I was to lose, I will reach out, shake the man's hand, and say, congratulations, you're the better man. But that will not be taking place. Okay, I'm going to tell you what Corey West said. Corey said, don't get any weaker. Quit worrying about getting stronger. Just don't get any weaker and you're going to kill everybody. What that means is I feel very good right now. And I want to do stuff that solidifies how good I feel. I want to set PRs. I want to do that.
He wants to do stupid shit.
He's like, dude, don't get injured. You're 7 weeks out. You're the strongest I've ever felt you. Just don't get any weaker. So that's going to lead me into, we're 48 days from the day to the match. When I spoke to Devon in Orlando, he was talking about a 6-week taper. I think I'm gonna take that advice. I think I'm probably gonna, as much as I want to do a 400+ pound weighted pull up for 1 or 2 reps. So I may try to do that today. But basically after that, it's gonna be, I could potentially get another hard pulling session in. Corey talked about coming over Tuesday, so maybe pull a Corey Tuesday. But yeah, it's just don't get injured. It's just don't get injured. I feel like I'm in very rare form. I feel like my hand and wrist have gotten back. My riser feels good. Everything that I've been doing, my training wise, this is the best I've ever felt. So just don't get any weaker.
We got our moderators on here.
There's the answer to the Gennady beard.
Levan Gasparini.
What's up, Lev? Yep, there you go. So that's not happening.
So I want to jump in here too, because first of all, if you guys really follow us, you know that I'm not arm wrestling. And I definitely do not arm wrestle men. So I understand that the little pole and whatever John's little thing was a lot of fun. I would kill you, Brady, just so you know this. But I do not arm wrestle men, so y'all can kind of take that out of your imagination and excitement. That is a match that is not.
Yeah, there's a lot of people, but I mean, they're just joking. I mean, I think I just don't. As long as people remain respectful, I'm pretty much okay. But there's just I love pretty much everyone in the arm wrestling community, but there are a few people that just
get under your skin.
Some of the shit they say is stupid.
Okay, you don't need to say anything further. Let's just stop it right there.
Well, I mean, there's one guy who made a post. I mean, I see him, and this is a guy who contacts me, tells me how much he likes me, wants me to, set up something with him, and then I see him make dumbass posts all the time. I haven't told you about it, but it's just frustrating.
It's just because people out there are battling for likes, honey.
Oh, that's what they're doing.
They're just battling for likes.
So they're trying to build a presence.
Yes.
Oh.
So they do that by using you as a stepping stone because it's funny. You're just easy to make fun of.
So easy. I guess that's it. That's probably it. There you go. All right.
Okay.
You do make fun of me all the time.
Okay.
All right. So.
Alrighty.
Are we jumping into the King of the Table?
Let's jump into it, guys. Can you believe all the King of the Table announcements that have come out? And yes, there are some more that are waiting to come out, but very exciting stuff. I'm the most excited, of course, about Gabby and Sarah. Queen of the Table 3.
Okay, so it was 2019 when they pulled.
Yes.
And she got injured.
Yes.
So it's been over 2 years.
Yes.
But you look at everything Sarah does and you think, my God, she's a freak. Can anyone beat her? And then you go over to Gabby's channel, you're like, how's that possible? How can Gabby do the things that she does? So I do think it's going to be 2 of the best female arm wrestlers in the world going at it. And I'm a huge fan of Sarah, but I don't even know what to think about Gabby. That girl's amazing.
I mean,
she is freakishly strong.
And what is it? What is it? How can you pack that much power and strength into, what is she, 5'1", 5'2"?
She might be 5'1". I think she's 5'2", but she might be 5'1".
She's itty bitty.
My God, she's strong.
So much so that my son goes into complete starstruckness when he sees her. I mean, he's like.
But yeah, she's impressive, dude. I mean, so that match alone is probably just, I don't know.
Is it going to be the headliner?
I don't know yet.
It should be.
It's definitely
it should be.
It's an.
Okay, because the other match that they have announced for King of the Table 3 is not that exciting to me.
Ermes versus Wagner?
It's not. I mean, Wagner is a lot of fun.
It's
right-handed, is what Ermes said. So Wagner is a lot of fun to watch on the table. He gets very excited, but only if he's winning. Yeah,
if he's doing something impressive, he's really
if he's in the match. So
now that being said, though, he made a comment about 6 months, 9 months ago that his right arm is back.
Okay.
So I mean, he is like 330 pounds ripped. Like he's huge.
He's an awesome fellow, but I would be much more excited if it was a left-handed match.
Yeah, I mean, he is dominantly. I mean, he's a predominant left-handed puller.
Mm-hmm. But when you get to see him rock that table, just go back and watch Monster Michael Todd and Wagner Bortolotto. Not the one in Arm Wars, the one in Brazil. Michael gets his ass handed to him.
Boy, I gotta be bad.
He looks at me after round 1 and he goes, I got nothing. I mean, just a big old smile. I got nothing.
They do pronounce go in Portuguese.
Ready.
Yeah, so.
It's like this. Ready. Bam!
What the hell happened? But what's crazy is the very next year when he pulled Devon, he reaches up to me before his thing and starts to tug on my arm, and his whole wrist dumps back before he goes up and pulls Devon. I'm like, oh my God, he's screwed. Because he wasn't the same guy that I felt the year before in Brazil. That guy in Brazil was a freak.
Well.
So who knows? I don't know.
Yeah. But anyways, Ermes is on the thumbnail because has been announced that that's his next match. Did not see that coming.
I didn't see it coming. It wasn't. But who knows? I mean, who knows? We don't know. I mean, Ermes most likely is going to have a better hand, right? So is he going to shoulder press? He's going to bent wrist press. What is Wagner going to do? Is Wagner going to get injured? I mean, Wagner's crazy. So who knows?
He is crazy.
That's a crazy match.
He is crazy. So the thing is, guys, up in the next, I have to now stretch it out 6 months because of Devon's match, right? Up now in the next 6 months, every Titan in arm wrestling has got a major match. That's exciting stuff.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, okay, Lilleton does not.
Lilleton does not.
Yet. So
now, who knows what they're going to announce for King of the Table 4?
Who knows?
King of
So-
Table 3, we know they got another match we'll talk about in just a second. Go ahead.
Yeah. So all of that is just so exciting. What a great time for arm wrestling coming up. And it's all because you got to, at least in part, thank COVID. Because COVID happened and it shut down all these other major productions. And next thing you know, you've got all these individual things popping up.
When you also had a bunch of people dying to see competitive sports, and they went to YouTube, they found arm wrestling. So
Right.
you had Larry Wills doing what he's doing. You had Schoolboy. It's been a lot. I mean, there's been a lot that's happened.
Yeah, Courage, thank you so much for the support. I respect Mike and Devon very much, along with all arm wrestlers. But Bowen, in my opinion, is too confident for Rob. It may be an eye-opener. Well, that's the other thing that we were going to talk about.
That's the next match,
3,
yeah.
right? Finally.
Bowen versus RBJ. Wow.
Finally.
Wow.
Finally. It is going to be nice to see this match go down and stop some of the internet fudge. The memes are going to be great, though. They're going to be great. Did you see the one with Rob with a play syringe sticking in his ass?
Yeah.
Pancakes, that was absolutely hilarious.
It was funny. I'm seeing ever since Ron Bowen made the video about Devon Larratt, your daddy, they've made memes of him like carrying little stroller baby carriage things with Levan's head on a little baby. It's just there's been all kinds of stuff, and it's not going to stop. I mean, the next 6 months is going to be a lot of different stuff from all the different matches coming. Ron Bowen, RBJ is pretty exciting to me. I think that could be a lot of fun, especially because they really do seem to have some legit animosity. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So that match, and then Gabby and Sarah. We don't know if Larry has another match to that. Someone was asking, will Larry have a match at King of the Table 3?
I would assume he would, but I don't know who it would be.
Who would you like to see him up against?
Man, I can't even guess right now. I haven't given it any thought whatsoever.
Who's a hook match? That would be good.
People talked about after we had Ron here, like, Ron and Larry in a hook match. Who knows? I don't know. I don't if it's.
Is that a Mindy? Mindy has that King's move too.
Yeah. It costs too much money to get Middleton back in arm wrestling. Probably. I think even when they paid him a lot of money just for that one match where Alex destroyed him.
Oh, if this is true, that's not a good matchup, in my opinion. Jerry Carteret has announced he is negotiating for a match against Vitaly Laletin.
Well, people say it's a good matchup because of Jerry wedges in his bent wrist press, But I think he might end up hitting Vitaly's wedge through the length of Vitaly's arm.
Yeah.
And Vitaly has enough side pressure to beat Jerry and not get stuck in that bent wrist press. You just have to push enough side pressure on go to keep him out of it. And if you do that, it's like Dmitry Trupin beat him that year at the Zloty Tour the same time that Zoliev beat him just by pushing enough sideways, close into his hand and going right to him, pinning him. There are lanes to pull Jerry. I can't get close enough, my fist to my shoulder, to create that lane for me. So I'm always end up holding on to him. But who knows? You never know. I watched a lot of Alex Gerdetcha recently. We was watching it last night. I'm going to tell you what, that Arm Wars production, amazing. That Arm Wars production's amazing.
My gosh, that was absolutely awesome. I had to message Neil, and I'm like, that was way good. Neil's Arm Wars production is the best production for arm wrestling I have seen.
Well, that new stuff really took it up a different level.
Freaking ever.
It's exciting enough and it's informative enough to keep the non-arm wrestler invested.
So 132 thumbs up. If you watched the new Arm Wars that was released over Christmas, Gerdetcha versus Espy. If you watched that, give me a thumbs up if you agree that was some high production quality. It was absolutely awesome. And I want to see you on it. I got to tell you.
Well,
I want to see you on it.
Neil talked to me the other day, and
Yeah.
I'm still the reigning Arm Wars champ. So, Gerdetcha just beat SB. There is potential, depending on what my 2022 season looks like, that I might be defending the Arm Wars title against Gerdetcha at some point. Who knows?
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I like that match a lot. I like his.
Do y'all want to see that with Arm Wars?
Let me tell you, this is my opinion. I think Alex is amazing. I like that kid a lot. He's very respectful, just a very, very good young man. And he destroyed Ermes. Now, the reason he destroyed Ermes is because he beat Ermes' weapon. Ermes' weapon is his hand and wrist. Mm-hmm. Ermes is not a good defensive arm wrestler without his hand and wrist. Like, can he arm wrestle if he has his hand and wrist from a losing side of the table? Yes. But when his wrist is taken, he has no defense whatsoever. That being said, I don't think Gurdetcha takes my wrist the way he took Ermes because I have more pronation. And I think if we were in a strap match and it did go onto his side of the table, I think his knuckles would crack past his wrist before a pin, which means I would be in the same position and I'd be able to start defensive arm wrestling from there. And over 6 rounds, I'm very, very confident I'd win that match. But that dude is super impressive.
Super.
I really like him a lot.
Oh my God. I mean,
honestly,
you have to have a little bit of butterflies going into that because
he's a giant, so that
he's freaking huge.
He's got a very long leg. We was watching that video last night. Maybe it was just because it was closer to the camera, but his forearm length from his wrist to his elbow looked like it was the length of my damn calf or something. I was like, my whole shin bone, my knee to my ankle. I was like, damn, that's a long lever.
James Statham says, thanks for the compliment, guys. I believe that he's on some of the production.
Oh, really? Yes.
For Arm Wars,
amazing,
yes.
It was
the best.
Go back up to this one here. Dude's buying one of my tables for Christmas.
Oh, yeah, it's MMT's labored love sounds.
Yeah,
baby.
Really love it.
I'm getting one of your tables for Christmas.
Very happy, and thank you for the support. Be sure to put a platform on it. It makes a world of difference, but I am really enjoying my own Monster Factory table. We have filmed some good content. I like it a lot.
Hello, Levan was a guest with you, and you're going to visit Georgia? Question.
At some point. So 2022, our plan now
is already filling up.
I'm trying to cover.
Oh my God.
Trying to get enough sponsorship to cover 6 tours, 6 countries next year. So each month we'll spend 7 to 10 days in a different country. So Georgia, Ukraine, UK, Russia, Italy, maybe Iceland, go see Thor. You know, it was going to be Bulgaria to arm wrestle the Bulgarian team, but it'd be hard for me not to go spend 10 days in Iceland hanging out with Thor. You know what I mean? But so I don't know. We got a lot going on 2022. So obviously my next match is going to be 48 days in Istanbul. We're going to talk about that trip just a minute. What would Phil Woody say?
Phil Woody, if MMT made Arm Wars, UK crowd would go monster mad. I'm so close to saying it's going to happen. We've got some negotiating to do.
We have a lot. There's so much. Like
I want it so bad.
Behind the scenes stuff we've done recently. We've done some interviews for some different things. There's a lot going on. But what we do know for certain is that we will be flying to Istanbul February the 9th, arriving on the 10th, do a little sight. It's going to be evening intense, some sightseeing, probably on the 11th, relax a little bit, arm wrestle. And then on the 13th, with our good friends Ron and Angie, we will be flying over to Athens.
Athens, Greece. So if any of you have been to Athens, would you drop down in the comments and tell me a good place to stay? Okay.
Yeah, we do have to get accommodations. So what that means is we'll fly on the 13th and we'll get to spend Valentine's Day in Athens, Greece. Super stoked about that. And then Ron's birthday's the 15th, so we'll celebrate his birthday with him. We'll fly home on the 16th. Got a super cool opportunity going to happen in Texas, but this is the big announcement right now this is super cool. We'll go to Texas, we'll come back home for a couple days, and then we fly to where, honey?
Malta.
Right.
Levan Gasparini, drop down in the comments the link to Kirsten Prodigy Arm Wrestling to his, where's it at? Oh, it's on the second page.
Yeah.
It's on the second page.
Hang on a second.
Because Kirsten, tattoo artist, is actually flying both of us over, live streamed on Kirsten Prodigy YouTube channel.
So check out Kirsten Prodigy YouTube channel. He'll be facing Bazadir in his first ever super match. The event will take place February 26th at the DB San Antonio Hotel and Spa.
And he reached out and he got who Neil Pickup actually describes as one of the best quartermen ever.
I'm actually really good at working quarters.
Because he can tell people how to win from any position.
If you go back and watch some Frodo Hogan Arm Wars matches, you got me in the corner. You see Frodo doing exactly what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Because I've been in every position on the table, and I've won from every position on the table. So it's very easy for me to look at a match and say, okay, that's in this and just tell them what they should be doing.
So will you have a practice there?
We're gonna be filming for sure. So one of the things we're gonna be doing, we have so the hotel has messaged him that we're gonna get the full VIP treatment. Like we're getting the Mac Daddy treatment. They're hooking us up. The guy from New Form Fitness Club, fitness partner, is like knows who I am, knows about arm wrestling, and he's pushing for this. So he talked to the hotel and got us this amazing deal. So we will be filming some content.
It sounds like I'm moving in.
Yeah, I'm super excited. We'll be filming some cool content there. We're gonna work out in the gym. I don't know how. I asked Kirsten how cold the water is. in the Mediterranean Sea in February, but this big dude is going to be diving in the sea for sure. So I'm super excited about that. But yeah, Prodigy Tattoo Studio, New Form Fitness Club, DB San Antonio Hotel and Spa Venue and Accommodation Partner. We're super stoked about spending 5 days in Malta. He even said we could go on a ferry over to one of the other Maltesian islands and stuff.
Maltesian? Is that the
right
word?
I don't know. I thought he said something.
I'm so excited though because
that's just February. So we're gone there. Istanbul,
Greece,
Athens, and then San Antonio.
Malta.
I get to shoot a bazooka and drive a tank. I'm so excited. I don't know, but that's gonna be some cool ass content. They may demonetize this when I shoot a bazooka, but it's happening.
It's Maltese Islands, not Maltese.
I'm sorry. I messed up. I was so excited.
I'm so excited. That is so cool.
But yeah, thanks, Kirsten. This is super awesome. We'll have all the links in the description. We talk about it more. We post them, posters and all that stuff on our channel, but that's gonna be super fun. And then that, like I said, that just gets us through February.
Okay, this one says, at Monster Michael Todd, if you want a hotel in Athens, Electra Metropolis in the Plaka area is perfect because it's close to the places you want to visit. Thank you so much.
You need a screenshot? Want to take a picture of your phone?
Athens, Electra.
We got to log that one down. Hey, also feel free to message me these on Instagram or Facebook Messenger or whatever, just so that we have all this stuff because we're looking. Because Ron and Andrew are going to say there as well. So.
Oh my God. Is this him? Is this who? Is that who that is?
I can't see.
Okay, this is hysterical. Ermes Gasparini.
Gasparini? That's funny.
I often breathe heavy when I train my grip.
Oh, that's funny.
My God, I can't believe you just made me read that.
That's Gasparini.
Gasparini.
So when he's training his grip, what's he doing?
Michael, okay, y'all are just wrong for that. Okay.
Funny.
Bulgaria is full of world champions, says Chris.
Yeah, that would be a great, honestly, I really want that to be one of the places we go between Krazy, Georgie, Sasho, Sveton. I mean, my God, that would be some amazing content to get to train all these guys. So that's our plan. Our plan really is, okay, so how the hell am I going to train for a match past February? If I'm April, May, June, July, August, September, I'm flying all over the world having these training
Because you're training where you go.
I know.
You're pulling.
But how do I travel my pancakes? I mean, because we can't be trusting somebody else to give me pancakes. That's an inside joke. All right, babe. What we got there? Oh, first, check this out.
Oh, I like Jack Zeldin.
What's that?
He says, "Damn, Mike, seriously married up."
Man, shit. I can pull all kinds of tail. I'm just teasing.
You can't.
I'm just teasing.
You're
all right,
pay for that one.
All right, so check
Hector
this out.
Beltran, are you going to arm wrestle Ermes G?
Well, does he deserve it? I just don't know. I mean, if someone pays me enough, I'll pull him. I don't care. I really don't want to. I'd rather pull Alex. I'd rather, skip a run, right? And this is a funny thing. I'm not climbing the ladder. This is the confusion. I'm not the guy climbing the ladder. I just saw someone make a post, wish England would make rankings again. 2013, August 10th, whatever. Dennis Plikoff, Michael Todd, Andre Pushkar. I've been in the top 5 in the world for a decade. I've never fallen out of the top 5 by any of these rankings. So I was number 2 behind Levan. Then you had Vitaly. Then you had Devon. I have a poor performance against Devon. He takes number 2. I drop to number 4. Please explain to me why I have to beat anybody to climb a ranking. The only people ahead of me are 3. Levan, Devon, Vitaly. That's why I'm pulling Gennady. I'm pulling Gennady just for the fact that, I didn't know that he was going to take a match before me, end up having a poor performance against Ermes, so it did take a little bit of the hype out of the match. But there is no rung, there's no ladder I have to climb. I've already been amongst the best for a decade. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to dodge anybody. I'm ready to arm wrestle. But I've told y'all from day one, once this protocol started, it's about Levan. If Devon beats Levan, it's about whoever that currently holds the number 1 in the world. So that's where I'm at. Now, will I pull Gardeschi? Yes, because he destroyed Ermes. It would be a very fun match to pull him. Would I pull Vitaly? Of course I'd pull Vitaly. But the match really for me is have an impressive performance against Gennady and see what's up. I mean, it sucks now because they're having that match in June. I probably need to have something in between June and September, So I don't know. I really don't know what's going on, but there is a lot of confusion about what people think I should have to do. Go ahead.
The Hunster, thanks for shouting out my poster in your vid.
Hey, dude, that's a badass poster.
That was a badass poster.
You do some awesome shit, though. I mean, like, you're very talented.
Absolutely. Absolutely looks awesome. So you just went on a rant.
I did.
I already read that one.
Oh, okay. I did go on a rant, but it's true. Like, it's factual. For somehow, I lose one match and I'm a bum.
Pandy has been asking repetitively, is there any update on Dennis? Is he going to be making a comeback?
I have heard that Dennis Plenkoff is planning a comeback. I got a lot of shit for making that post the other day. Who would win in 6 months? 6 months is plenty of time. If he makes a comeback now in 6 months, I mean, now that's considering he's healthy enough to do the protocol he needs to do to get back to his normal self. But I wouldn't have made that post had I not heard rumor of a potential comeback. So
Justin Bent wants to know, Michael Todd, will you rematch Jerry?
Would I rematch Jerry? Well, the WAO is talks of having another season. And if they do, I'm sure Jerry will be my first match. I will happily pull Jerry Carteret, but that's another misconception. I'm not the guy that quit that night. Jerry did.
No,
Jerry,
he's changed. He's tried to
he
change
did.
that
He tried
narrative.
to change the narrative by trying to say it was a faulty strap. No, it was you quit the match by lifting your elbow up, keeping it in the air, hoping to get a restart. You got to follow the rules of the game, man. And the thing is, there was a huge win bonus.
Can we rewind just a
One
bit?
second. Huge win bonus. And when you quit, I do not give you another chance to win the money that I just won. Now, if you want to add some more money on it, we could have had another round. But you don't get to take my money when you quit.
What did he do round 4?
What do you mean?
In your match, what did he do round 4?
Oh, he fouled.
How?
Did
he raise his elbow up?
Yes.
And he raised your elbow up in round 4.
Yeah.
So in round 4, they got stuck in the same thing. Jerry could not make any advancement, and he raises his elbow, purposefully knocking Michael off the pad because Jerry was on the runner. The only way he could get a restart was to raise his elbow, jerking Michael off the pad. Restart, okay? Then round 5, Michael sees he's going to do the exact same thing. So what'd you do?
Planted my elbow.
Planted his damn elbow. So then Jerry's just hanging in the air. He tried to get Michael to foul so that he could get the restart. According to, just a minute, according to any rules, and you can talk to Leonard, one of the best head refs in the world, as long as there was any part of the hand, and there were, in contact with each other, you do not stop the match. Jerry wants the rules changed specifically for WAL. And
it doesn't matter. I don't care. The fact is, he did try to change the narrative, say our hands were no longer in contact. Our hands were in contact.
They were.
I was within the rules. Those are the rules. He fouled out. Doesn't matter. I like Jerry. Great guy. We've known each other for a long time. Like he said, on the tour, we spent the night at his house, hung out, had dinner. It was great. Yeah, but of course, I'd happily pull Jerry. But that's another one. That's not one I have to prove anything. I have the hammer. I don't have to do it again. WO comes back happily. But me pulling Jerry between now and me pulling Levan makes zero sense for me. I mean, it's just, we've already arm wrestled. People saying how awesome the Eastern Europeans are. And I give great respect to the whole Eastern European culture, the way they train, their commitment to the training, everything. But saying that they're levels ahead of us is insane. It's naive. Pradeep, it's naive, right? I got in trouble for saying someone's comment was naive because apparently he thought I only wanted positive answers. No, I just don't want stupid answers. You can't state something as a fact. You can say, in my opinion, Dennis is going to beat you, or this is going to happen, but to say, oh, he's going to crush you.
Harold A.
That's
Larson.
delusional. I've never been crushed by Dennis.
I appreciate the super chat, but we discussed this at the very beginning of the video. Rewind.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so Jerry's great. But I think Jerry, with his YouTube presence, with him and Paul, I think he's going to get quite a few matches. Apparently, someone said he's trying to negotiate a match with Vitali. You know, if he beats Vitali, well, that puts him right there. So maybe I do pull him after that or something. But somebody, it has to be an Eastern European. It cannot be us Americans arm wrestling each other and Europeans arm wrestling each other, and we're still in the same boat. We don't know who the number one guy is.
Well, and when I was talking to Neil, when I messaged him telling him, awesome, I would love to see you with Kurdecha, title match, whatever. He said, well, also you versus Jerry. It doesn't make sense to fly to Europe to pull Jerry.
That makes no sense.
They're here, so why are you going to put both people fly them across.
If you want to pull Jerry versus Gudetcha first, and then the winner pulls me for the title, that's fine too.
Yeah.
But me pulling another American for a title that I already hold, I mean, other than WAL, unless they brought Gudetcha to the WAL, would make no sense. I mean, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So where are we at now?
We're pretty much done with everything.
Derek and Bresman.
Derek Smith and Tim Bresman.
When is that?
Sometime in January,
January, so soon.
Within the next 30 days.
So we're gonna know very soon. Okay, guys. Derek Smith versus Tim Bresman. We have got 240 thumbs up. Click out of chat, click the thumbs up if you think it's going to be Derek Smith. If you think it's going to be Bresnan, just drop Timmy down in the comments. Timmy. You know, you remember who called me Timmy? Richard Lovekeys.
Yeah.
I love Richard Lovekeys. I love that guy.
Hope we can see him again. Let me tell you something I was thinking. Can't do it because my match is too close. But like I said, you know, Corey's like, just don't get any weaker, don't anything that's going to get you injured. But I feel so strong right now. I was like, man, if we had time, I'd love to fly Vitaly over for just
Timmy.
Shoot some content, you know? Because it'd be cool to find out where we're at, you know, because Vitaly's considered by many to be
all right.
top two arm wrestlers.
Fine. Still free.
What?
Still free says, well, I'm not on, I'm not logged into ours, so I can't actually put the poll up there.
Oh.
So that's why I can't do that. I want Derek, but Timmy all day. Ha ha ha.
I think Derek has the tools to do it. He's a giant as well, 6'8", 350 plus pounds, and he's very proficient in arm wrestling.
Timmy.
John was talking about he saw some limitations with Derek, and I saw lots of potential in Derek. I still think Corey West is the top, you know, guy who hasn't been in the sport, you know, decades in the super heavyweight division in North America by a margin. I think he's right there at the very elite, and he's levels above everybody else in my opinion. But
why don't you even mention flying Vitaly out? You cannot do that.
I know. I just said I wanted to. I mean, that's how I feel right now. I'd love to find out, you know.
Okay, so this is Michael going into the match. Always the biggest match of his life. Always. Every freaking
Well, the
time.
reason this is so big is because I can't afford to lose.
Just a minute. So every freaking time. Let's talk about going into 2017, 16? 17?
Yeah.
2017 push car. Michael is doing stupid shit.
No,
he is hitting.
That's wrong. It's 2016 Nimrod.
He is hitting PRs
every week.
I'm going to go up and hit a new PR every week
So
on
I tear
deadlift
my
and bench.
lat October 19th.
Well, hold up. He's already got it secured that his first match is going to be with Pushkar.
Yeah.
Andre Pushkar. Michael just wanted to know. He said, I will pull your Zloty. I got to be matched up with Pushkar first match. So every week I'm going to hit a new PR. How many days out?
Well,
did you almost cut your junk off with your bench?
Oh, that's 20 days out.
20 days out, he's doing a bench.
But 12 days before that, I tore my lat.
12 days before that, he tore his lat. Why? And I'm telling him, I'm like, Michael, we don't need to hit a PR every week. You don't need to do this every week. It is stupid. I got to see how strong I am. I know what I'm doing. Trust me. And
I tore my pec 20 days out.
So he goes into the Zloty.
The entire waist up, black and blue.
Black and blue.
Both sides.
No side pressure whatsoever. And guess what?
Yeah, I didn't win.
He got smashed.
I did not.
He finished like 7th.
Yeah, but
he like Kings moved somebody that probably.
They called that pin early with Pushkar.
Michael, it wouldn't have mattered.
Michael,
you Kings moved somebody who's not in the top 100.
I did.
Okay?
I had no side pressure.
All right, so that was in. That was in. Then when was the next time that you did something stupid and got injured? I don't know, guys. It happens all the time.
I'm notorious for doing stupid shit.
It happens all the time. So much so that whenever he's training, my son is like, hey, don't do anything stupid.
Well, it's just like Corey's like, don't get any weaker. He's like, quit trying to get stronger. Just don't get any weaker. You're plenty strong right now. And that's something I was talking to Devon. I was like, dude, just taper, heal, blood flow, you'll be fine. But what's crazy is, and this is what I don't know if we've talked about this on a previous live or not.
What?
I don't know if you guys know this. This is our last live of 2021.
This is our last live.
2021 has been an amazing year for us. I almost wanted this whole thing to be a year in review because it has been a crazy 2021.
You guys, ups and downs.
It's been insane.
Look, we can honestly say it's pretty amazing that you're seeing us together here.
Right? She almost got left in the woods.
No, I almost left him in Dubai.
Oh, that. But then she almost got left in the
Every
woods.
day. Every day, I'm checking flights. We lived in Dubai. For those of you who don't know, we lived in Dubai for 7 weeks. of the first part of this year, right? And I was so homesick. We had lost Ollie. I'd lost my boy. And we went from living in, what is this? How many square foot?
5,200.
Having this awesome gym, 5,200 square foot home, to living in an apartment the size of our kitchen. The whole apartment was the size of our kitchen.
Yeah, well, if you cut the kitchen in pantry.
So I couldn't, there was like no escaping this. And I love him dearly. But sometimes it's a little much, okay? So,
sometimes it's more than just a little much.
You're so terrible. So it was rough. So that was 7 weeks. And we went there with the extension of extending another 7 weeks. Wasn't happening. I mean...
Well, because I was trying to secure the match with Levan, and I was going to stay an extra 7 weeks to train, but then it just fell apart, so...
Yeah.
Which is so funny.
Someone says, what were the good things about Dubai? Okay, so the good things were, relationship-wise, we had to work through some issues that we had, and we had to depend on each other because we had no one else. There was no family, no friends, right? It was just us. And then seeing some of the spectacular things.
Oh, yeah.
The Burj Khalifa.
Well, having dinner on the 122nd floor.
Yeah, the Burj Khalifa.
Atmosphere.
That was absolutely awesome. Having fun with Levan.
Spending Valentine's Day at a 7-star hotel.
That was Abu Dhabi. Yeah, Abu Dhabi was amazing.
Yeah.
So
the Louvre in Abu Dhabi.
The Louvre.
Doing 200 miles
No, there's
an hour.
a Louvre in the Abu Dhabi.
200 miles an hour with Levan and a McLaren. Walking the boardwalk in front of the Atlantis in Dubai regularly for morning cardio. Yeah. We saw some amazing stuff.
Getting to know Larry. And I learned a lot about production and editing from Adam. Yeah. You know, that's why I use the program that I use now. Upgraded our equipment. So that was pretty awesome.
No.
And then, yes, you almost left me in the woods in Savannah, Georgia.
Yeah. She was being
I would have stayed.
Well, I would have had to stay.
And that is when we got COVID, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got COVID too. Yeah, in Savannah, Georgia. COVID. Yeah, that was awesome.
Back on that whole, I tried to set up the Levan thing. Has anybody saw the latest video with Igor and Levan? We fully support Levan facing Devon.
Somebody put up the middle emoji for me multiple times.
I mean, seriously, that was out of Igor's mouth. Where was that 8 months ago? 9 months ago? 10 months ago? All right,
Courage says, I have, after watching Mike versus Neil pick up lefty arm wars like 500 times. Mike, where would Neil be today? You think if he had stuck with it?
Neil had probably peaked prior to that, you know? And Neil, when you say stuck with it, was going to stay at the same weight? Because Neil's not going to be proficient as a super heavyweight. He's got too small of a hand. But in his weight class, if he was able to maintain that weight and continue training, he was very hard to beat. But yeah, that was a crazy day that day. My arm was jacked up.
Oh, the shutout stakes.
Oh shit!
We haven't talked about that, and that was like our headline. Look, that's the main thing. Shutout stakes, and actually it says WTAF. Y'all, did you notice?
Yeah.
Did you notice his match with Gennady? This is what's hysterical.
This is funny. I'll let her tell the story.
When we were at the Olympia with Devon Larratt, right? Devon's telling us the team is actually talking about making your match with Gennady a shutout stake against Michael, meaning that Michael would only have to win one for his people that bet on him to win, because they just thought Gennady European, Michael didn't have good showing against Devon, so it needs to be a shutout stake. Lo and be freaking hold, it's changed. It's flipped now to a shutout stake in, how do I say this? Against Gennady.
So here's the deal. If you believe in your boy Gennady, place your bets, because he only has to win one round. That's it. He only has to win one round. So and you got to remember, apparently everybody says I'm going to elbow foul and go. So
here's the deal. Okay, your first block is already sold out.
Yeah. People
are actually, you guys, I believe in this man. I believe in this man. I do not believe in shutout stakes. Okay,
now,
come on.
I'm going to tell you this for a minute. I did go undefeated for 3.5 years. Never lost a single round in any super match. So I was pretty proficient at that. I didn't lose a match until the UAO8 when it was held the Devon John thing, where they laid down each other and then John ended up beating me in the finals. So that was my first time to lose since 2011. And I went through I ended up being 9-0 against Richard Lupke's, 6-0 Pushkar, 6-0 Tokarev, 6-0 Modestas Grigaitis. Now 6-0 a lot of people. I'm 3-0 Jerry Federer. I mean, 3-0 Dave Chafee. Yeah, I mean, I never lost a single round for over 3 years.
Phil Woody from the UK says, congrats on all you've achieved the past year. Mega Miles, scare with COVID, not killing each other, 2022 year of the monster.
Love it,
Number
Phil,
1.
love it.
And Ty Oatney says, what do you think about the Gorilla versus Kredecha?
Okay, I honestly still like Corey. I don't know, it just depends. Corey, it's so hard to top row Corey, because figure for like the last 3 years I've top rowed him every time, not every time, but for 3 years he got his wrist cracked. Well, if you watch, he doesn't get his wrist cracked anymore, right? It's very rarely that someone can take his hand. Now that long lever or Kredecha could be good, could be bad. It could be bad for Kredecha because he has to come down so low and Corey forces him inside, or it could be good for him because he has to dump his wrist and low hand top roll and pull through Corey's fingers of his wrist and his bottom fingers and gets his hand to go. I don't know, man. Corey is very strong. People are underestimating Corey now because I pulled him, with the band on that last video. But it's not that Corey is weak. I really do feel like I'm in a very rare form right now. So
okay, let me put it this way. May I put it the way that I was talking to Chris?
Who? Chandler?
Chandler.
Sure.
All right. So guys, either pancakes work or they don't work. All right. I see a lot of you talking about more pancakes. Pancakes either work or they don't work. I'm kind of like on the same mindset as John Brzenk. I think it may only make small percentages difference. But you cannot be on the bandwagon for more pancakes, get bigger, and Michael doing all the pancakes, and then watch him arm wrestle Corey and be like, oh, Corey's weak. No, you either got to believe the pancakes work or the pancakes don't work. So which is it? It could just be that they do work and Michael's freaking strong right now. Or they don't. One side or the other, guys.
We'll find out, I guess.
One side or the other. So a lot of people are like, I just don't see shutout stakes. And then some are like, oh no, it's going to be 6-0 hands down. It can't be 6-0.
It's going to be 3-0 because it's best of 5.
Best of 5.
So they're letting you know if you win the first 3, you don't have to run the other 2. So that there's 15 matches on the card, so you don't have to, the matches don't take as long.
Okay, and we know that Ingen Terzi hates the King's move. But guys, this is WAF rules, and the King's move is allowed in WAF rules.
And it actually is stand up.
Yes, it's more liberal than any other rules.
It's not
for
a
King's
foul.
move.
It's just they command you stand up. You stand up. If you go back down, they have to command you stand up again.
It's not an automatic foul.
End up being a foul.
Yeah, it's an automatic foul in WAL if you're not in a pinning position, if you go below the table, okay? But not in WAF. Finishing the year looking mean, set up for the exciting year. What is happening with Arsen Liliev? And Gratz from Serbia. I grew a beard because of you, Michael.
All right. Epic beard, baby. Epic beard. So, I don't know what's going on with Arsen. I haven't heard anything. Like I said, the only thing I knew about was a potential comeback with Dennis and Flinkoff. So I just threw that out there just in case someone thought that I might be a good match for him. I don't know. We do have pretty good history. And that is, it's so funny. People are like, well, if you watch what Dennis did to Devon and what Devon did to you, Dennis is going to destroy you. I'm like, how about you just watch mine and Dennis's matches? I mean, wouldn't that make more sense? I mean, you don't watch a left-handed match with Devon Larratt versus Dennis and then watch a right-handed match where Devon versus me, where Devon had the best performance of his life, and for whatever reason, I did not show up at my best for that reason that night. I mean, I was phenomenal in training. But
that's right, Levan Gasparini. And Corey did beat Murtala.
It's kind of funny that you wouldn't just go watch the 9 matches that we had.
Actual footage of Michael and
the actual
Dennis.
Matches of the fact that he's going to destroy you, he's going to blow through you. I'm like, funny, because he's never done that before except for round 4 of our super match when I screwed up and I felt that he was going to counter a bent wrist press, but I thought I'd be fast enough to do it anyway. He pinned me in the center table. Every other match has been a stop. Both of us have to fight to win, so why would that be any different? Especially when I'm a much stronger, bigger version of me now. So that was kind of confusing.
Oh my God, Michael.
What?
You're such an asshole.
I probably am.
On Wrestling News,
Oh, hey.
Michael for the win against Gennady. Thanks, Monsters, for showing so much love for me.
Okay, I'm so confused by you, dude. Because you say you like me, but then you dog me for saying naive. And I'm just saying a comment. You are entitled to your opinion. I'm entitled to say that that is a naive opinion. You know, you're not, people just look at certain things that they don't look at sometimes. It just comes down to me saying, in my opinion, I believe this is going to be the outcome. And I don't do it all the time, but about 90+% of the time, I'm going to state my statements that way. It just frustrates me when people state them as facts.
Well, let me help shine a little bit of light on stuff, okay? Michael is very literal. You cannot tell him, I saw this guy that was twice your size. He's like, really?
He was 12'6" and 600 pounds? That's a huge human being.
That's a huge human being. I mean, twice my size? Come on. I mean, all right, Michael, it's a figure of speech. Figure of fucking speech. We can do that sometimes, you know?
Well, I would prefer you just say he was a really big dude.
He was a really big dude.
Versus, saying,
if I say somebody's a really big dude, then Michael's like, really? So you were looking at him? You were looking at him, you thought he was big? Like, was he bigger than me big? Or, I mean, what are we talking about here? And how long did you look at him? That's what he is. That's what he is. 100%.
I am not that person.
Oh, you're so that person. So that person. Ricky Bobby.
What's up?
Pancakes work the same way as weight classes. You have to be close in strength to use your skill. DCS Beamer, since it's your last live stream of the year, hope you have a wonderful New Year's and looking forward to more great matches and content in 2022. Okay, and
Thank you so much, guys. We appreciate the support.
Yeah, by the way, feel free to rewind and watch from the beginning because some of the things that we actually talked about on this were that matches that have been announced for King of the Table 3, King of the Table 4, Istanbul coming up, Derek and Tim Bresman. Did you actually go into that or did we wander away?
We wandered away from that. Nine Line Apparel, amazing partners. Thank you so much for all your support this year and all the things you do for our homeless veterans. Redcon 1, use code Monster20 for both for your awesome discounts. I got to go through all of our little partners real quick because 2021 was an amazing year. The tour was spectacular. Film Magazine, thank you so much. U.S. Interior Specialties, Apache Performance Labs, 7K Metals, MMTmetals.com. Go check it out. And here we go, Barrico Construction. You guys are amazing. The tour was spectacular. Thank you guys so much for making 2021 such an amazing year. Go ahead.
Lucio Lenaro, Ermes, and Levan are in the video image, the thumbnail, because we were announced and we're talking about matches that have been announced.
Yeah.
Which you've got Michael's match, you've got Levan's match, you've got Ermes match
versus Wagner.
That is going to be in King of the Table 3 versus Wagner.
The only thing we know at King of the Table 4, as far as I know so far, is Devon versus Levan.
Ah, Jody Williams is on. Hey!
What's up, dude?
So excited. After an embarrassing loss, Gennady is looking for the upset. Monster, don't let it happen. Hi, Mrs. Monster, looking great. Love you big, Jody Williams.
Yeah, the thing is, I mean, we are both coming off a loss, and it's easy to think he's going to be the hungrier guy, and it's just not the case. It's just not the case. I want to go into the Derek Tim Bresman.
I want you to talk more about Derek and Tim because I'm seeing a lot of people that have been around arm wrestling for decades that are all on Tim's bandwagon. And I'll tell you why. It's because you old dogs are holding on to it, going, no, we are not passing the torch. Not yet. And they're hot on your heels. Like they are so hot on your heels.
There's some strong young men out there. Yeah. Derek, to me, represents a legit threat to Tim because he has a very diverse skill set. Does he have the power to implement those techniques? Versus Tim Bresman, who has a phenomenal open top roll, and he actually has a decent drag hook when he's turned in, and he will sit out there and hold for a while. He doesn't really come back from this, but he'll hold there for a while. I still, as much as I like Tim, I really think Derek's probably going to pull out the win on that, which is going to move him up very, very high in the rankings. But I still think Corey is better because I think Corey would beat Tim as well. So, although if Derek does pull it off, he will then be ranked higher than Corey. I do not believe he would be able to beat Corey. I just think Corey is a very bad matchup for a lot of people.
So that's a match that Corey would need to set up soon thereafter.
I mean, hopefully, yeah. Corey's got a lot of things set up. There's potential left-handed match that could put Corey very, very, very high in the North American rankings.
Ah.
That we will talk about once it's announced.
It's obvious that you hate Tim Bresman. We don't hate Timmy.
What are you talking about? I just gave a very honest assessment of what I think is going to happen. I like Timmy. We've known Tim for a long time.
Corey beats Derek and Tim too.
That's my opinion. So
You have
that's
to.
what I said.
You have to see these
In
things,
my
right?
opinion, this is what I think will happen.
Hunter Borling, big fan. Keep up the hard work. When will you be around Oregon? I'd love to get some pointers from the Monster. We love Oregon.
We were
by the
there
way.
in August, and it was spectacular. The Oregon coast was one of the places we boondocked, and I think it was one of the most amazing nights ever.
Carolyn Loomis, there are levels. Okay, she wants to know, could you beat Brandon Allen? Levels.
Brandon's a great guy. I like him a lot.
He is, but he's up and coming. He needs more
very,
time.
Very new to the sport, so I could not beat him in deadlift.
No, he could
or
not.
Squats.
At all.
Probably not bench press at the moment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Wayne Baker to Healing. Hi, and Merry Christmas and happy, safe, blessed, healthy New Year. Question. They redesigned your shirt because your awesome beard is blocking your shirt.
Yes, it is. Oh, but, yeah. So I do need to come up with some. We need. That's why I like the MF shirt. This has the logo over here because you can see it. Anything I have with the beard is covered. But the face shirts did really well this tour. We sold a lot of them. That's why we have the hoodies with the face on it. You know, the hoodies did real well. Okay, so I'm gonna make one more statement that I've been meaning to make for a bit. There is so much talk about the levels of the Europeans, right? Ermes, Gennady, pretty much everyone else, right? And if you go back and look at it, now these guys have been competing. I've been competing a very long time, but they've all been competing the last decade, right? During that decade, none of them ever slowed down Andre Pushkar. None of them ever slowed down Denison Blinkov. But yet I've pinned both of those guys. Gennady lost 4-2 to Dave. I'm like 3-6, 8-2 against Dave, right? It's how quickly people forget. Or it's just people are only watching social media for the last couple of years and they see that Ermes is up on the rise and he's calling out this person, he's calling out that person. Ermes is awesome. He is a phenomenal arm wrestler. But if you want to talk about levels, I've been at this level for a very long time. Does that mean they have not closed the gap? Does not mean that. They may have. Ermes may be at his best form ever, and Gradeccia just was a bad matchup for him. Whatever, right? But it's very easy for me to talk about when you're talking about how strong the Eastern Europeans are, when you forget the very top of the hill, the top of the mountain before Levan. I'm the guy that has beat the very top guys, or has at very least pinned the very top guys from Europe. Where the other Europeans that you guys are talking about have never even slowed these guys down. Go back and watch. Do not underestimate me. There is a Monster 2.0. There is not a, him saying, Ermes talking about Monster 10.0, Monster whatever, I'm just a YouTuber. You guys keep thinking I'm just a YouTuber. Something different's coming in 7 weeks.
For you guys that think that Michael Todd is just a YouTuber, the time that he spends on YouTube is basically on these lives. And then he's doing whatever he does to get ready for matches, and I'm filming it.
Rebecca's a YouTuber.
I'm the YouTuber.
She's the one that does all the work.
All right, so hours every day I put in.
I'm very, very dedicated to this.
He's training, and he's feeding his body, and
I'm going to be honest, my feeding has not been great the last 6 weeks. So in the last 6 weeks, I've probably eaten healthy maybe 12 days. And of those other days, I bet half of them my protein intake has not been over 150 grams of protein a day because I've been eating like shit. I'm 296 pounds right now. So we're eating healthy today, the next 2 days, and we're celebrating Rebecca's birthday. We're going up to a mountain, to some cabins in the mountain and celebrate, her birthday, New Year's Eve, come home. Eat clean. We're going to Vegas to kind of just have a relaxing little trip for 5 days, and I'm kind of got 25 days. Once we get home, it'll be 25 days of perfect nutrition. And I'm not saying restricted calories nutrition. I'm talking about perfect nutrition. 300-400 grams of protein a day, 400 or 500 grams of carbs a day, just straight massive gains. And I'm either going to be the same weight that I am now, ridiculously fit, or I'm going to be in similar condition that I'm in now, 15 pounds heavier. And what that was is I've been so focused for so long that I just needed to kind of just be normal dude, keep putting my work in, keep training, and then so that I could really push the envelope those last 5-6 weeks. It won't be pushing the envelope in the gym. That's going to be where the healing takes place. That's where all that good nutrition is going to come in and heal my body up. So that's where I'm at right now. But yeah, I'm not the YouTuber. I'm a guy who enjoys interacting with you guys and appreciate all the support. I think we're getting close to 87,000 subs. I was hoping we would hit the 100,000 mark by the end of the year, but that just gives us another goal for the first quarter of
Where did we start the year?
Around 31,000 probably.
Okay, so it's been a good year.
Yeah,
He's
like
so numbers oriented.
subs.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we've had some amazing collaborations. We collabed with Undertaker. We did that stuff.
Ricky Bobby, Levan versus Devon is King of the Table 4. Where is King of the Table 3? Okay, Levan versus Devon is King of the Table 4, but we talked about King of the Table 3.
So far, King of the Table 3 is Ermes versus Wagner, Ryan Bowen versus RBJ, and Sarah versus Gabby.
Why would you mention the most amazing match last?
Because I wanted to emphasize how awesome that match was. Because it's how my brain works. It's what happens.
Because you're a dude and you think of the dudes first.
No, I'm always thinking about the chicks.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's what y'all say. All right. Josh V, knowing Devon as well as you do, what are his chances? He even takes one round against Levan. No one has given him a chance in hell. Well, actually, that's not true because his stakes are also sold out, and they are shutout stakes.
Well, the reason his are shutout stakes is because Levan says he's never going to lose a round in professional arm wrestling.
Right.
Professional career.
Right. And Devon's are filling up and selling just as quickly as Levan's are.
Here's the deal. Devon is capable of doing what most people think is impossible. But I also believe I am too. I mean, I genuinely believe. I'm going to tell you this. I think Devon's got a great chance. But I'm also going to be revved up and ready in case something happens to either one of these dudes that I will fill their spot. If something happens to Levan, tag me in, coach. Something happens to Devon, put me in a spot. I'm telling you, I'm more than ready to pull either one of those guys. But do I think Devon can beat him? He is the underdog. He's going to have to. I don't think he's going to have the raw power to beat him round one. But I do think before Levan gets 4 pins on him, there's a very good chance that Devon ties him up. And I think that's all Devon will have to do because I think there'll be a pendulum swing in Devon's favor, in my opinion.
Ricky Bobby, by the way, I love your name because I just love Talladega Nights, right? So one more super chat. Merry Christmas, guys. MMT versus Donati. MMT wins 6-0. You didn't listen. He can't win 6-0.
Okay, so it is best of 5. So if I win 3 matches,
it's over.
The match is over. But I do
bring
appreciate
out the monster on stage. So the most he can do is 3-0.
I'm expecting a very, very motivated Gennady after his loss. I was expecting a very motivated Gennady prior to him losing. Now I do feel like he's in the same situation I am. It's a win-win. It's a position where he put himself in. Neither one of us can afford to lose. Unfortunately, one of us will have to lose.
Phil Woody says,
I don't think he possesses what it's going to take to beat me.
Says, looks like February 12th is a closed event, not open to the public. Do you guys need an assistant?
We may very well need an assistant.
Dana McWhite wants to see you versus Vitali in Dubai.
That is not a match that I am upset about. If I was offered the match and it made sense, then I don't think we would say no. But there's what's up? What was you gonna say?
What I was gonna say is, we actually talked about this on the last live. Is that Michael has not turned down any matches. He is proceeding with Gennady because that was a commitment that he made, and it is a match that makes sense. We talked about how it's because Gennady actually has real information about arm wrestling Levan, and so Michael can get some feedback there. But also, he has not turned down a match with Ermes. He has not turned down a match with Vitali. He has not turned down a match with Kurdecha. He has not turned down a match.
There's never been a match offered
with Jerry. There have been no matches actually offered.
No,
now,
there is a match offered with Jerry for $5,000.
$5,000.
Listen, guys,
come on.
I haven't been paid that low in 4 years. I get paid that to show up, just to walk in the door.
Every match that Michael has with Jerry, there is a real risk that Michael's hand gets injured. So we're not taking a match for $5,000 when it may take him out of the game for months.
It's that match.
Last 2 matches, his hand's been broken. Last 2.
Yeah, the last 2 WAO matches, but it's because they had a smaller strap with that metal buckle and it just fractured my metacarpal in my hand. But and I told Paul, I was like, listen, I appreciate you guys, offering the match. I said, but I was paid that just to show up last time, and then the win bonus was significantly more, So that's why that'll probably be a WAO match, because I do believe that WAO will come back with a season or something, and in that case, it would just makes sense for me to have a pull at that point.
I'm looking back for Kratos said that there was a super match. So super chat. So talk, please. What's
Yeah.
your RBJ and Ryan prediction? Did you talk about that?
Yeah, I don't know who's going to win. I have no idea. I mean, I was all about the Ryan Bowen bandwagon until Lachlan beat him, so I have no idea what everybody's level is at. I have no idea what's going to happen with Lachlan and Todd Hutchins, which is another match that comes up next month that we didn't talk about. If Lachlan beats Todd Hutchins, then Australia's for real, right? I don't think he looks impressive. If you look at his build and his one-arm pull-ups and all that stuff, he looks super impressive. But will he be able to beat Todd Hutchins? I'm going to say no, but he might surprise us all. And if he does, then that means that Ryan Bowen's level is actually pretty good too. So if that's the case, then the Ryan RBJ match could really be interesting though. Ryan trains really, really hard. Now, do you have a trained motivator RBJ, or do you have RBJ just kind of like treating it like a hobby? So it just depends, but that is a very interesting match. So I'm excited about seeing what happens there too. I think there's a lot of fun stuff.
Kevin Tamke says, Wicked, I just saw that you will corner Prodigy in his upcoming event. Can you practice pull with some Bulgarians afterwards?
Potentially. I mean, that'll be 2 weeks after my match with Gennady. And like I said, it depends on what offers come my way. If something came up for an offer like for March, then I probably wouldn't do any after pulling. But if an offer came up for something April, May, June, then yeah, I'm sure I'll be on the table.
Yeah, Levan Gasparini, whatever you're doing a great job. I want to give a special shout out to all of our moderators that have just been awesome with us this year. It's Levan Gasparini, Fox 8 Ball, Washington guy is coming here maybe.
Oh, Daniel Urich.
Daniel Urich is not on today. Absolutely love him. 6-0 Switcheroo, and we've had several others. And if I have not mentioned your name, I am so sorry.
So you didn't find the one that was the last super chat there?
No, I don't think it was.
Okay.
I don't think it was. So I think that he was upset because he got timed out for something. Oh. Gennady's terrible loss hurt his rankings, in my opinion.
Well, he wasn't ranked, and neither was Ermes, so it didn't really hurt his rankings. It just might have hurt the public perception.
Oh, someone was warning me about swearing. I told y'all I'm a certain amount savage.
This is very real.
Real, okay?
I mean, what you see about us is never an act. It's always just us, you know. Now, there may have been a few times that right before we went live, we were threatening to kill each other. They're like, "Hey guys, how y'all doing?" You know, so that may have happened a couple times. So, but normally we're pretty just genuine, you know.
Other than Levan, what would be your ideal next match? Well, we mentioned Gurdetcha. We would love that.
Just because
on the Arm Wars platform,
he's doing so well. You know, he's 6-0 swept everybody's pulled. Well, he didn't 6-0 swept Ryan. He injured Ryan round 1.
Who is Hasbulla?
Who?
Hasbulla.
Oh no.
Someone keeps mentioning that. Like every time we have a live, can you beat Hasbulla? I don't know who that is.
No idea.
Yeah.
But I'd say yes since I don't know who he is.
Yeah.
I like my chances, honestly, right now against anybody in the world.
Christopher Burgess, no real announcement for Michael. We were talking about the King of the Table and Arm Wars announcements. King of the Table 3 and 4.
We didn't announce it. We're going to be working the corner of Kirsten.
Oh, we did announce. Yeah, we are going to be in Malta for a super match February 26th. Michael will not be competing there. He is the corner man for Kirsten Prodigy.
Yep.
You can find his YouTube link in our description. Super excited to be going there. I've never even thought of going to Malta, and since I've been doing some research, it is absolutely beautiful. And then we also talked about that we will not only be in Istanbul, but we'll be going over to Greece from Istanbul. And
well, this year we spent Valentine's
for some
weekend
stuff there
in a 7-star hotel in Abu Dhabi. 2022, we get to spend.
Wants to know how the big screen is working.
Weird, man.
Dude.
Tell him, honey. Tell him how awesome it is.
It's so awesome. It's so cool to just lay on the couch up there, and it's got. So Michael built us a theater room, guys, and I absolutely love it. And that is the way you need to be watching Arm Wars on the theater.
Yeah, we watched that Arm Wars of Ron Esme and Gurdetcha last night.
It works. It's so.
Well, the
awesome.
thing is, so this is the gym, right? So it's the second floor of the gym. Used to be the leg room. Now it's our personal use cardio and / theater room. But it is completely dark. I've got the glass door tinted, the windows tinted on the garage door, so you turn the lights off. This place is black. So if you're looking for a theater room, it's spectacular, and it's at the rear end of the house, so you're just not bothered. It's awesome. Go ahead.
Kirsten Prodigy, hey, we've been talking about you. Thank you guys for accepting to come to Malta and to the Monster. To be in my corner. Super excited about it.
I'm glad you thought about me. I'm super excited about coming. I don't know when I would have ever got to go to Malta, so this is going to be an amazing trip, one we really do look forward to. So,
What about MMT versus Vitali? Michael's already said that he would pull that match. He's already said he would pull Kurdecha. And so anybody that wants to set that up after Gennady.
$1 million.
$1 million. Totally fine.
See, that's my negotiation. Just how you guys know. Someone's like, "Hey, would you do this?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's $1 million." And they come back like $5. I'm all right, $5. We'll do $5. But I'm always starting with $1 million just in case some rich sheik or something like, "Oh, okay, $1 million."
Dude, done. Dana McWhite. Hasbulla beat McGregor and Khabib.
I still don't know who that is, and if it's MMA, I probably can't beat them in MMA, but I will kill them in arm wrestling.
White Blair wants to see the theater. Maybe the next time we'll actually set up there and do our live up there.
We could do that.
Okay, we might do that. But he is 20 years old. Someone says, how long do I need to be like Ermes or Irakli? Not sure what you mean.
How long to get to that level? I mean, they're both very, very talented arm wrestlers. I would assume Ermes' level is higher than Irakli, but it would be interesting to see they're both outside pullers. What are our plans, Ricky, Bobby, for New Year's? Well, so Rebecca's birthday is December 30th. We have rented a cabin the 29th and 30th, so we'll come home on the 31st. We will eat, drink, and be merry.
In the hot tub, baby.
You know that's happening.
Yes, sir.
But
yes, sir.
So we'll get to hot tub all 3 days because the cabin is at the highest peak in Arkansas, and they have hot tubs on the
we are over an hour, guys. We need to let our moderators go because they work so hard for us, guys. We truly appreciate it. Thank you for joining us on our last live stream of 2021. Looking forward to seeing what the new year brings. February is already filling up. Looking forward to making a trip over to the UK, hopefully with Arm Wars. Hopefully we can talk with Neil about that more. And what are you getting? He's going to measure for you guys.
No, I'm not. I'm not measuring.
Oh, he's going to show you the tape. Yeah. We have so many people that are like, your arms are not 21 and a half. Well, listen, bro. If you would look at where the measuring tape actually begins, you would see, yes, it's 21 and a half. It's not the metal clip.
Okay. So, I did measure my arms the other day, pump 21 and a half. I can probably measure them right now, cold 21, which I'll probably do that anyway. But they're like, cool, bro, but your arms really aren't that big.
This is where.
So that line is where the measurement.
Not there.
Not the thing. So they're looking at this. They're only 20 and 7/8 or something. No, you got to go by that line. So I'm probably just gonna get a pair of scissors and cut that metal clip off. But let's just see where the right arm is. Cold.
December 30th is your birthday. 6/13, Trapman. Really? Way cool.
Looky there, baby. It's over 21.
Again, right there. Oh no, that's right at 21.
Is it?
Yeah.
So cold 21 inches. Doing
measurements are fun, says Ermes Gasparini.
It's gonna be a longer tape than that, though.
I almost said, and that would have been crazy wrong. That would have been something totally different, not YouTube live stream. I was like, oh, we should live stream while we're in the hot tub having drinks. No, we can't do that. We can't do that. But anyways, guys, you have been awesome this year. Thank you so much for all the growth. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for all the shares. We have totally appreciated it. Looking forward to what we have going on with you guys.
2021 was amazing. We thank you guys so much for all the support. We were hoping that 2022 is even bigger and better, and we can bring you guys. I mean, one of the things.
Thank you, Ricky, Bobby.
Thanks, Ricky. Appreciate that. One of the things we're super excited about is this potential European tour.
I'm very excited.
I think that's something that will be very unique to this channel that we get to do and bring you guys some awesome content. And I've already got one of our YouTube partner sponsors taken care of. I just got to secure a couple more. So thank you guys so much. It's been amazing. Wish you guys a very safe and happy new year. And probably maybe see you again maybe next Sunday or something. I don't know.
Take care, guys. Talk to you later.